What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is New England Gauntlet, and if you're new to this channel, please feel free to leave a like, hit that subscribe button down below. If you're already on the road to 400 subscribers, and tonight I will be simulating this Monday Night Football matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Both these teams are honestly kind of like pretty interesting, actually. Excuse me. God, I'm sorry. Last year the Vikings surprised a lot of people, finishing 14-3, just below the Detroit Lions, but eventually, got absolutely got crapped on by the Rams and the wild card, I think, and the Bears disappointed a lot of people again, but that's the Bears. But this year the Bears got a lot of optimism, I think, but well, they do that every single year. They win the off season, acquiring a lot of guys that seem to be good, but then all of a sudden they just completely fall apart the Bears way. But I'm sorry, I'm just roasting you all for a reason. But what I'm trying to get at is I think this could be a dark horse solid game. Actually, it's going to be played at Soldier Field, so we'll see what happens, but I expect this to be a kind of a low-scoring game, I'd say, but we'll see what happens, though. Let me know in the chat or in the comments down below who you guys going in this game with your score predictions. I will be checking them out, potentially. But without further ado, let's jump right into the simulation. Let's go. Oh. Yes, I'd like to continue. It's gonna be clear. Alright. Beautiful. Alright, let's do this.
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears taking on J.J. McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. This is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now. Because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee, and off we go from Soldier Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength can make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Brandon Powell, deep for Minnesota. No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On play action, McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
yeah,
that?
Well, yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
This 2nd and 4. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And Hawkinson going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this down to the 32. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
There, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing on second down, McCarthy. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, McCarthy. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Swift, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 38 now, here's second and 5. Here's Williams. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
What a drive this has been. Just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Williams with a little touch pass forward. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing on second down is Williams. He's got, now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy, he'll let this go deep for Sherfield. It got his man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Man in motion is Sherfield. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end, and now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. To the air with McCarthy. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, McCarthy. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. A part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Throwing is McCarthy. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. the gun. Here's Williams. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On the option to give to Swift here. Able to fight through one tackle. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 6. Once again, it's Swift. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air on third down is Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll keep it himself. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he'll decide to keep this once more. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and throw with Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 17-yard line. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. Swift going to try up the middle. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Looking to throw is Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet from 8 yards out. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Man in motion is Sherfield. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this team, has got to be priority 1.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw McCarthy. Addison hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Oh, the return is Scott. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. McCarthy able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. On this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. McCarthy. A throw out right, going to be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Williams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good job there, knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
On 1st down, here's Williams. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
From Viking territory now, they'll come on 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the option to give to Swift here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8. On 2nd down, here's Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Williams. That is caught. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Yeah, they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. Powell on the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. McCarthy going to throw again. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now the extra point. And the lead is now 13. That time a 6-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
get
this
a little
time?
closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Powell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
McCarthy now on 1st down. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks of the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
To try here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, look at the catch there by Moore. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and he delivers a big play here for this offense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun, Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's to the 15. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game's signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that stretches the lead to 27. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now he'll try to run with this. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Williams. Now a good throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, Brandon Powell. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This is caught by Addison. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 1st down, McCarthy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Powell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Now the try here for the extra point. he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
We dominated tonight.
The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Williams now looking to throw on 1st and 10. Flush to his right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Williams to the air on 2nd down. Allen's got it, complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet. Oh, he's brought down, and remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's a 2nd and 5. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Johnson blitzing from the secondary and picking up the sack.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them, because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Now McCarthy. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jones is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Williams to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he will have the Bears first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get
get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10 and 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Nice play to stop him for a loss by a Caleb Evans. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Working out of the gun, Williams. And pass complete to Moore. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
On 2nd down, Swift. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sad. the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On second down, it's Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and 4. To the air with McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start by running the option to the right. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd down and 8. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To the air on 3rd down is Williams. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. A pass complete to Adunze. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw is Williams. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw once more, here's Williams. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. Here's a handoff to Swift. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Swift again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. That's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Williams. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Great job here by this defense. They try to bring the receiver from one side of the field to the other, hoping he'll get lost in the wash. But a really nice job there to make a quick tackle and force 4th and goal.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. With the football going back to the Vikings offense. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. This is 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This now a 3rd and 4. On play action, McCarthy. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st down, here's Williams. Open man is to Matt, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time. 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
To throw, Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Adunze. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A little do-it-yourself run right there in a nice game.
Now, like that, he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave it. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4 down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Corey Blasingame, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin to drive at the 30. The Vikings now heading on to the field. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Up the middle, Jones. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
Throwing is Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Third and 3. They'll try and throw with Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Throwing again here, Williams. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. This game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jonathan Bullard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. Williams. A throw left side taken in by Komet.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker,
But now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Williams. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jonathan Bullard, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end Komet. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. On the option to give to Swift here. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. On play action, here's Williams. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal.
Yeah.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And partner, I think the more you see him play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
You probably saw that last night, but watch Salem's lot.
Yeah.
That's
Now
good
from the
movie.
7, here's second and goal.
Scary, but it's good.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around
As
the
I'm watching
5
this
here, brings
other
up
movie called
3rd.
Carrie.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we
That was
do?
actually Stephen
Because
King's
now you don't
first
have a
novel.
go-to play.
Yeah.
Either side they pick,
Dude,
throwing
that's
it,
another
running
movie
it,
coming out
it
too.
won't be
It's
easy.
called The Long Walk. Oh, I heard
They'll
about
look to
that.
throw
Yep.
for it with
Guess what?
Williams.
That was the
And he's
first novel
across
he
for
actually
the
ever wrote.
touchdown.
He
Just a
wrote it
little too
originally.
late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Nice.
Santos now to have the PAT.
I like when it goes drops and
And the lead is down to 24. That one was an extended drive, 15 plays all told. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception.
That robot did it. It was all from always experiments.
Yeah, no.
And hopefully definitely not like the one we like from Craven.
Yeah.
That one was like a racing.
People actually want the Amazing Spider-Man 3 to get made.
Yeah, me too. Honestly.
Because people are saying like the villain might have
So
been
still
Venom.
lots of work left to do. But
And
here comes the
there's be a
onside
twist
kick.
too. That Gwen
And the
Stacy would have been
Vikings
brought
able
back
to
to life.
recover. The hands team
And
does
she
its
would have been
job.
brought back to life
That's
using
why you
Venom.
have your hands
But
team
it would
out there on the
turn
field. Those are the best
Carnage.
guys ready to make that play.
What the
And let's
hell?
face it,
Yeah.
it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It
Yeah.
wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking in an onside kick
Well,
situation.
you love how to
It's
kill.
all about the numbers, baby. It's a new
You
game
love how
now.
to kill.
They don't lie.
Come on, here's the thing though. They would have introduced MJ as an area of interest. So they would have. So the reason why is they would have given Gwen a proper goodbye. Because in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, she's fucking
And they'll try
died.
to squeeze in
Yeah,
one more
But
play
he
here
would have
before
had
the
a chance to say
2-minute
goodbye to
warning.
her this time. And it would have allowed him to have a
Man in
chance to
motion
move
is
on.
Surefield.
Start.
They'll get it here on the jet sweep. And a
Yeah.
decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute
And
warning.
we'll
Just 2
we'll
minutes
like
remaining here in the
explore
fourth
how
quarter of what
John
has been a
Cena broke down.
one-sided
Remember,
affair.
remember in Spider-Man No Way Home where he said he stopped pulling his punches?
Yeah.
It will have died into that. Like,
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 5.
I would like to see. I would like to see that.
yeah, me too.
And inside give to Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line. You're right at the 30.
Yeah.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh yeah, and Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just something else too. They will have introduced Sinister Six in the feature movie too.
I would have freaking loved to see that.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Because it was supposed to be
Now
a
a fake on
franchise.
the jet sweep.
It's supposed to be like a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
like
first
Venom
times
and
tonight,
stuff.
he's going to be held up
And it
at
will
the
all
line of
eventually
scrimmage.
culminate in
Montez
Carnage.
Sweat with
Like
a tackle.
the symbiote will
His
move on to
carries tonight,
Beavis.
getting up there. So
and it would have been like
every
just
now
a
and then
thing
it's understandable.
I would agree with
It
that.
is.
It's understandable every now and then.
Interesting.
Sometimes you come back and you fake it to them and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
You remember
Give to Jones.
Hardy's little assistant,
4 yards
Coach
the
Hardy?
gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Yeah. She would have been, she would have become black.
Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Yeah.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
I would have loved to see Roger come back soon.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he made it.
Partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up
It was really
and
good,
they show
but
out.
my only complaint though was like his design, like
His blue,
yeah. Like he's not like Avatar or like from like the Blue Man group or anything like that.
Yeah, I know.
He's supposed to
He's on the Navi.
he's supposed to have like that a costume with like that yellow mask face thing.
They did it for
So
no way
that'll do
home.
it for my
Like,
partner,
for like a
Charles
split
Davis,
second.
and the best
Yeah.
young crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night
I'm gonna-
from Chicago.
I'm just gonna wrap up the video real quick.
Okay.
Read that. I feel that.
Oh, something else too. Remember it?
Yeah.
It's getting TV stuff.
Oh, I heard about that.
I watched the trailer last night. Dude, it looks pretty scary.
Really?
And pretty good too. Yeah.
Isn't it supposed to like tease us like the origins of Pennywise, like how he got into the words and all that shit?
Yeah, like for the Losers Club Forum and all that stuff.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
So it's gonna dive into like about like how like all the other kids like disappeared and like all that crap.
Yep.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, say about that. Me and my brother were getting a little bit nerdy, but and really, well, kind of like a blowout here. Like the Vikings just beat the ever living crap out of the Bears, but I'm gonna read to you guys the stats and yeah. So Caleb Williams went 37 for 46 with 405 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 receptions, and his longest pass of the night was from 30 yards. Meanwhile, J.J. McCarthy absolutely tore it up, going 22 for 32 with 308 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, and his longest pass of the night was from 50 yards. And for rushing, Kari Blazingami, I think that's how you say his name, had 2 rushing attempts for 4 yards and a touchdown, and his longest run of the night was from 3 yards. C.J. Ham had 1 rushing attempt for 2 yards and a touchdown. And Aaron Jones had 22 rushing attempts for 111 yards, a touchdown, and his longest run of the night was from 19 yards. Oh, excuse me. And for receiving, we've got quite a few receiving touchdowns here. Keenan Allen had 5 catches for 31 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the night was from 13 yards. Aaron Jones had a catch for 7 yards and a touchdown. Justin Jefferson had 8 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the night was from 29 yards. Cole Kmet had 11 catches for 127 yards, a touchdown, and his longest catch of the night was from 25 yards. And Jordan Addison had 4 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown, and his longest catch of the night was from 18 yards. Alright, and for blocking, Darnell Wright allowed a sack, Tevin Jenkins allowed a sack, and Braxton Jones allowed a sack. And for the defense, Jonathan Bullard had 2 sacks. Jonathan Greenard had a sack. Harrison Smith had a sack. Jalen Johnson had a sack. Dallas Turner had a sack, and Ivan Pace Jr. had a sack. For kicking, Will Reichard made 2 field goals, and his longest field goal was from 49 yards. And Cairo Santos made a field goal, but he missed the other, and his longest field goal was from 24 yards. Alright, for punting, Ryan Wright had 3 punts for 137 yards, and his longest punt was from 47 yards. And Torrey Taylor had 1 punt for 53 yards. And oh boy, we got some really valid names here. For kick returns, Kene Nwangu had 2 returns for 46 yards, and his longest return of the night was from 25 yards. Tyler Scott had 7 returns for 156 yards, and his longest return of the night was from 25 yards. And Jordan Addison had 1 return for 3 yards. Alright. For punt returns, Tyler Scott had 3 returns for 24 yards, and his longest return of the night was from 11 yards. And Brandon Powell had 1 return for 4 yards. And that is pretty much all the stats from this game, as the Minnesota Vikings destroyed the Chicago Bears 48-24 on Monday Night Football. I was not expecting that to be the case. Holy cow. That was brutal. But that will pretty much be the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you guys made it into this video, make sure you guys leave a like, hit that subscribe button down below if you're on the road to 400 subscribers. And with that, I hope you guys have an amazing minute tonight. And as always, stay awesome. Have a good night, guys.